On a cold December night, the kind of night where the wind slices through the empty fields of Essex, and the fog hangs thick like a blanket of ghosts, something unimaginable was about to unfold. On December 6th, 1995, a blue Range Rover sat silently on a deserted country road in red. No one approached it during the night. No one thought anything was wrong. Not until the next morning, when a farm worker driving by noticed the vehicle sitting strangely still in the icy dawn. He stepped out of his vehicle, his breath turning into clouds in the freezing air. With every step he took toward the Range Rover, the silence grew heavier, but nothing could prepare him for what he was about to see. Through the window, he spotted three men, stiff from the cold, slumped lifelessly inside the car. 3 men well known to the police. 3 men from one of the most feared criminal groups in Britain, the Essex Boys. What that farm worker stumbled upon was not just a crime scene. It was the beginning of one of the most controversial, mysterious, and disturbing cases in British criminal history. A triple execution that would spark decades of investigation, theories, accusations, and endless questions with no answers. The victims were Tony Tucker, a man rarely seen smiling, known for his iron-fisted control over the nightlife in Essex. He wasn't just a doorman, he was the gatekeeper, the overseer of drug distribution in multiple clubs. He decided who came in, who stayed out, who made money, and who disappeared. Then there was Tate, massive, violent, and utterly fearless, fresh out of prison, more dangerous than ever, and widely known for his explosive rage. Just hearing his name was enough to shake anyone involved in the drug world. And finally, Rolfe, youngest of the trio, quiet but lethal. He was the driver, the runner, the man who handled the darker jobs no one else wanted to touch. These 3 weren't just criminals, they were the center of a massive drug operation. Cocaine, ecstasy, protection rackets, connections to London's gangs. Their power was expanding, fast. From the early 1990s, they had become untouchable. Even the police struggled to get close. But everything began to unravel after one tragic incident. The death of a young woman named Leah Betts, who overdosed inside a club under Tony Tucker's control. Suddenly, the media was watching. The police were watching. The public was demanding answers. Pressure mounted. Mistakes were made. Enemies began circling, and then came the phone call. December 6, 1995. Someone contacted the 3 men, offering a massive drug deal bigger than anything they had ever handled. A deal that could change everything. A deal they believed in. A deal they trusted. So they got dressed, climbed into the blue Range Rover, and drove down that lonely, fog-covered road, not knowing it would be their final journey. Within minutes of their arrival, everything turned into horror. Gunshots precise, powerful, deadly. Bullets fired at close range. No warnings. No struggle. No chance to escape. The killer, or killers, clearly knew what they were doing. These were execution-style murders, carried out with chilling professionalism. When the police arrived at the scene, they were stunned. No fingerprints, no weapon, no footprints, no blood trails, nothing. It was as if the killers vanished into the night. The crime scene felt too clean, too perfect, too deliberate. It didn't add up. After weeks of investigation with no progress, the police finally found a lead, a single witness. Darren Nicholls, A man who claimed he was the getaway driver for the killers. A man with his own criminal record. A man who had everything to gain by cooperating. Based on his testimony alone, the police arrested two men, Michael Steele and Jack Holmes. In 1998, they were sentenced to life in prison. But from the very beginning, something felt wrong. Journalists questioned the case. Retired detectives doubted the official story. Members of the criminal underworld outright rejected the idea that Steele and Holmes were responsible. Nicholls' story was inconsistent. Evidence was missing. Key documents vanished. And the biggest question remained. How could a crime this professionally executed be carried out by men who weren't known for such precision? Alternate theories exploded. Some said a larger, more powerful gang set them up. Others believed the murders were revenge for a failed drug shipment involving international traffickers. Some even suspected corrupt police officers either helped cover the truth or were directly involved. 30 years later, the truth is still buried. Many still insist Steele and Holmes are innocent. Others believe the real killer still walks free. Some say the three men were betrayed by someone closer than anyone imagined, and the road in Rettendon remains a silent witness to everything that happened, keeping its secrets locked in the cold December night. To this day, the Essex Boys Murders remain one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in British criminal history. A crime with no clear motive, no clear evidence, and no clear truth. Just theories, shadows, lies, and three bodies frozen in a car on a lonely road. And above all, one question continues to haunt everyone who has ever studied this case. Who really killed the Essex boys? Why were they executed? And will the real story ever come to light? Or is it destined to remain hidden forever in the darkness of that cold night?